Ironically, the NT references that JC was born during the time of Herod and lists his lineage, though no one seems to know exactly when he was born. That is not logical by any means. Thanks, OfYaShar'al, for the PDF file. You know, when you look at the lineage in Matthew and Luke and you line them up column for column, name for name, start with JC and Joseph, you soon find out 2 or 3 names after that his genealogy doesn't line up. Now, even though that may hurt your feelings and that may scare you, you're going to have to go on the journey with the Father and allow the Father to deliver you from all things which are sin and evil, to deliver you from the lie, to deliver you from the evil that's been set before you. Yes? If you don't allow him to humble you, he will humble you, and he'll still get the glory out of it, whether you serve him and him alone or not. Yahuwah wants to destroy strong men in your life, strong things in your life, but he allows those strong things to be there, those evil spirits to be there, because he has to show you yourself. So he doesn't take temptation away from you. He allows it to be there. It'll help you see yourself. He already knows your thoughts are far off and your ways are far off. His ways and his thoughts are so much farther than ours as the heavens is above the earth. I want to show a little bit more of the docket. Now in Isaiah 45:5, you also find 43:11, and Deuteronomy 32:39. Yahuwah deals with, the Father deals with the fact of stressing there is none other besides him. None is none. None is none. Now, for those of you, whether you have a college education or not, even a 4th grader or a 3rd grader understands division. If you take the number 1 and you divide it in fourths, you get 4 pieces. 25, 25, 25, 25, or 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4. You put them all together, it makes a whole. Now, when you separate the 1, it makes it 4 smaller pieces. But Yahuwah says there is none besides him. He's only one. He does not get divided. He's one. He's not a trinity. He's not a twosome. He's not pick one, anyone, 1,000, 1,000,000, like Oprah the Winfrey says, who also says she believes in JC. And those of you that get angry at Oprah because she says she believes in JC, she knows what she's saying. You just don't understand. She's in mysticism. She has learned the heathen way. She knows. Her eyes are open to the truth. See? Yeah. Let's move forward. Pause the video anytime while I'm talking so you can read things that may come before your eyes. All right. During the time the New Testament was written by the Piso family, the Romans had conquered and enslaved the Hebrews during the siege of OfYaShar'al and 70 CE. As a result, the Romans destroyed the Second Temple in Jerusalem. They then burned the Hebrews' Torah, the book of remembrance, laws, statutes, and commands. And anyone who did not bow down and worship the Roman gods were killed. The Hebrews did not submit because we were commanded to not learn the ways of the heathen. I've been definitely hitting at this all week, Jeremiah 10:2, or Yirmiyahu 10:2. And to worship no mighty ones besides the Creator. You know, no Elohims, because Yahuwah is Elohim. Okay. And you see scripture behind that. Therefore, our people were unwilling to commit the same idolatry that was done during the days of Moshe. The Romans then had to subdue and make the Hebrews docile so that they would not continue to rebel. And this is the whole game plan. They're not going to just straight out come at you and say, forsake the Most High, and we give y'all these trinkets. No, they're going to beat you with whips. And they're going to starve you. And they're going to tell you, I let you not work in that field and be in that hot sun all day. I give you a day of rest, but it got to be on the Sunday. Because you got to work for that. You got to work on that Saturday or the Sabbath. See what I'm saying? And you know how we Negroes are. We Negroes abandon Yahuwah over a pork chop sandwich. Over a 3-piece number 2 meal through the drive-thru at Kentucky Fried Chicken. Why? Because we got a savior other than Yahuwah. His name JC. Not so. They had created a man, if you knew what sin was, which is forsaking, transgressing Yahuwah's laws, instructions, statutes, then you would not be sinning. Okay. They had created a man, a new law that would include the Gentile nations into the covenant that was given only to OfYaShar'al. Do anybody understand this? When they created this new man, God, and this new law, this new covenant, now Hebrews will tell you, no, we're still in the old covenant. Well, why are you in this new book then? Because we are playing, we don't trust Yahuwah. I'm going to call it what it is. And Yahuwah's way has been solid, perfect, no bending in his way. And here in America, we like to bend. We like Burger King, have it your way. So, yeah. Move forward so I can pause the video for you so you can look at some things. The Roman antiquity, their idols included their governors such as the Caesars, Astaroth, goddess of heaven, to name a few of the many. These idols were revered and said to have been saviors and eternal beings. Now you got to understand, this is the Romans. This is where they come from. This is normal for them. That's why the Catholic religion looks at you like you crazy when you tell them don't bow before that statue. And they tell you, no, we have other books, and you don't understand, you heathen. You don't understand. What did the person say? Heretic. They'll call you a heretic because you're saying, hey, why are you bowing down before a statue? And they'll look and say, well, you're serving the same JC I'm serving. I just call him, we just use different names every now and then. But we know he's JC, just like you call him all those Hebrew names. They'll tell you. All right. I'm going to move forward. Put some more words on the screen. I'm trying to give as much time to this docket as possible. Okay. The New Testament, or the NT, was not a prophecy of a Hebrew man who would die for his people's sins, but rather a literary work which documented the Roman Empire overtaking the Hebrew set-apart land. The storyline of JC is actually the real life story of Caesar. And I know that hurts, but you better wake up, because Yahuwah is going to come in his fury with his sword. And he's not going to be coming on a white horse, okay? The blasphemy of the Romans. Augustus Caesar, you see, their little clues are all through scripture. Pause the video. I just want to show some of this for those who, I'll admit, we know how lazy we get. So I just want to show. Then you know Zeus. Let me read that for you. And the greatest pagan worship of them all, the name Jesus, which means hail Zeus in Greek. Zeus was said to be the highest of all the Roman gods. Zeus is also said to have been the sun god and Lord of the sky, which is why JC was referred to as being the son of god. Their god is Zeus, and Jesus is his son. You say that ain't what I believe, but we're dealing with the Romans, Japhet, their New Testament. These are the people that conquered us. This is their belief system, and that's now why we've been brainwashed.